Welcome back to Week 2's edition of Train Wreck Tuesday. I am your host, definitely not Lucas Bancroft, back with you once again, live from New York City to cover all of the action from Week 2 of Boston Urban Hospitality Fantasy Football. And without further ado, let's get into the action. For our first matchup of the week, we have the Commish going up against Full Tank Michael. Commish winning this one 121-112, moving to 2-0, while Chef Michael, the defending champ, goes to 0-2. Now, the Commish on the back of a solid performance from his running back room, Christian McCaffrey and Javonte Williams, combining for over 40 points. You also have a great waiver wire pickup in Quentin Johnson, putting up 16 again last night, 71 yards and a touchdown for him. On the other side of the ball, 112 points for Chef Michael, not a terrible week. Few upsetting places. Ashton Jeanty last night not performing up to what we expected out of him, only 7 points. Chef Michael, 0-2, hopefully looking to get that first win of the season in Week 3. For our next matchup, we have Like a Good Neighbor taking down Are You Worthy of the Marvelous Laporta. Head coach Liam Monet taking down head coach Georgie with a score of 125-97. 97 points, not the performance Are You Worthy was looking for. Moving to 1-1. Demario Douglas with only 1 point. Losing Austin Eckler likely for the season with that Achilles. And Laporta with only 5.6 points. A rough showing. On the other side of the ball, you have the namesake of the team, the good neighbor himself, putting up a monster line of 37.7 points, 167 yards, and 2 touchdowns. That's the superstar that you need on the way to a beef belt title. Some other shining spots, Bucky Irving with a great game on Monday night, Dak Prescott able to improve in that OT thriller. Overall, a solid week from Like a Good Neighbor, going up against the Hard Aries next week and hoping to get 2 wins in a row. Folks, I sure hope you bet the over in this next one as Miso Brady took down Saquonda Forever 132-129. Very close matchup coming down to Monday night with that Los Angeles defense putting up 13, almost with a Monday night miracle to upset Miso Brady, but such is life. Miso Brady winning this one. A quieter week for Josh Allen with only 12 points, but consistency up and down the roster. We have Jackson Smith-Njigba with another good game with 18 points. McMillan, 16. Bijan, another solid performance with 20. And Roma Dunes, despite the Chicago Bears getting blown out, putting up 32 points. Other side of the ball, like I said, 129 points. Would have beaten a lot of other folks in this league behind Jalen Waddle and Saquon Barkley. A lot of people in double digits on this squad, but when you go up against a powerhouse like Miso Brady, you gotta bring your best shot. Alright, the two-time champ 50 Shades of May went up against the Hard Aries, and despite a great performance from Drake May, 50 Shades losing this one 93-101. Not a blowout by any means, just a few things did not go his way. Brian Thomas Jr. nursing a wrist injury, only 9 points for him, and Chase Brown and that Bengals team not looking like the offense they were, the Joe Burrow injury. So those first-round picks for 50 Shades just not performing week-to-week basis, which is unfortunate. They fall to 0-2. On the other side of the ball, the Hard Aries, Bo Nix living up, lighting up, and waking up with 3 touchdowns and 21 points. CeeDee Lamb, again, that Cowboys game, OT affair, 20 points for him. DeAndre Swift, again, the Bears got blown out, but he was still able to find his way into the end zone. We actually have an exclusive interview coming up with head coach Ariel Da Silva. We're going to be able to ask him, we got him on the line. So we're going to move over to him. Hey, Coach, how's it going? Coach, we're just wondering, how's morale feeling in the locker room following that big upset win against the two-time champ, 50 Shades of May?
Sure. First and foremost, nice to have you back with us, not Lucas. It's been a long off season. Glad you're here with us for this new oncoming season. To answer your question, though, morale is through the roof this week to win. We did just defeat 50 Shades of May, who are the two-time reigning champions of the Boston Urban Hospitality League. So that's obviously a big win. Only being a year two coach of the Hard Aries, it is absolutely stunning. We had a few hard practices after week one. Obviously, the week one loss was absolutely devastating. Pieces weren't all there. Bo Nix underperformed, as well as CeeDee Lamb. Didn't just have the pieces together. But after that week one loss, managed to pull it back together for this week two win in an absolute nail-biter. Only managed to win by, I believe it was 13 points, if I'm not mistaken. But a win is a win. Looking to take on Liam this oncoming week 3. I believe that will be a very easy game for us. Liam is an underperformer in every way. He should not even be in this league. I'm not even sure how he ended up being a coach. Don't mean to throw shade, but that's just where I stand. Thank you so much, Lucas. You have a great one yourself, my friend.
Yeah, it's great to hear from you too, Coach. And some strong words over there for like a good neighbor. Let's see if you can talk the talk and walk the walk next week. Moving on to the next matchup, we have Johnny V-Bucks going up against McCaff and Cheese with the biggest blowout of the week. Almost a margin of 50 points in differential. Jamar Chase looking like that number 1 overall pick. 165 yards, 14 catches, and a touchdown to boot. That's good for 36 points for him. James Cook, we saw him doing what James Cook does. 132 yards, 2 touchdowns for him as well. Good for 26. Now on the other side of the ball, McCaff and Cheese. Justin Fields after that strong week 1, a absolutely abysmal week 2. 4 points for him. Calvin Ridley, a slow week. Aaron Jones, senior, questionable after this game. Only 2 points. So a lot of things just did not go the way of McCaff and Cheese. However, Johnny V-Bucks with a stellar week taking home that $50 prize. All right, another close game. We have the two-time champion, the Beef Belt Boyos, going up against Ryan's Rad Team. And Ryan's Rad Team winning this one 117 to 110. Doesn't look like they are going to be Ryan's not-so-rad team to start this season, moving to 2-0 on the back of Tampa Baker with 20 points. 2 passing touchdowns for him in that late fourth quarter comeback. You also have Devontae Adams in his second game as a Ram. Solid performance of 22. Devon Achane, despite losing to the Patriots, got loose for a touchdown. 26 points for him. A well-rounded team for Chef Ryan. On the other side of the ball, some disappointing performances. You have the debut of Bill Krosky-Merritt, but only 17 yards for him. So not great. You also have the other rookie running back, Omarion Hampton. We know that the Beef Belt Boyos, they've been a staple in this league for a long time. I was very bullish on these rookie running backs to start off, and so far falling to 0-2, looking like potentially a little bit of a draft blunder. Let's see if he can get back on track in week 3. And for our last matchup of the week, we have Don't Burrow Me taking down Don't Puka the Bear, 122 to 79, with the lowest point total of the week by Naboo. And despite Don't Burrow Me losing Burrow for the season, able to get this done behind an amazing performance. 3 receiving touchdowns from Amon-Ra St. Brown. We also had a good performance from Travis Etienne Jr., looking like he's back to his form after a very much a down year last year. 17 points out of him. We also had Jacoby Myers, didn't able to find the end zone, but 6 catches, good for 68 yards. Now, on the other side of the ball, it's like something I possibly have never really even seen before with how many 1-point totals there are and a 0. We have Braylon Allen and Breece Hall combining for under 7 points, despite Puka Nacua going off. 79 points just is not enough to get it done in this league. Naboo going to 1-1, hopefully can make some adjustments, get back on track next week. I'd like to thank you all once again for tuning in to this edition of Trainwreck Tuesday. Special shout out to our sponsors, and also special shout out to head coach of the Hard R's, Ariel Da Silva, for contributing to the program to this day. Appreciate you taking some time. I know it's a busy time of year getting that team right and getting ready to face off against Like a Good Neighbor. Oh, we thank you. Without further ado, I am definitely not Lucas Bancroft. Signing off. Fuck.